Hello folks, it's Kane and welcome to Kane's Corner. Now, this is not an official Darkness Falls video. I'm doing an update video to let you guys know what the hell has been going on because obviously I've not been around for over a week now. I did post about it on Twitter and I did post about it in the community tab. Obviously, I know not everyone will read those, so I thought it was best to do a bit of an explanation. Also, I don't remember I remember what I was doing. I don't remember where I was up to, is what I was trying to say. So, not last week, but the week before. Obviously, we had the Friday video where I did the bunker. On Saturday, we noticed that Meg and Tiny weren't doing very well. That's two of our cats. They were both hiding. We found Meg, dragged her out, and after we did that, we gave her loads of fuss, and she had something to eat, something to drink, used her tray, and was fine. Tiny was not doing well. That's a lake. I don't want to go into that. So, Sunday, we kept an eye on them. Meg did not eat, drink, or use her tray, which is very concerning. Neither did Tiny. So, we took both of them to the vet on Monday morning. Now, Tiny, when she was neutered, they noticed that her mouth is too small and some of her teeth were might be digging into her gums. They did say might because of how small she was at the time. So that was okay, keep an eye on this cat. If it becomes a problem, take her back. Well, it became a problem. We had to take her back. And she ended up with an infection and we had to get all that cleaned up. She is now completely fine. She is completely fine. I need to move. Fuck you, sir. I might actually turn the AI off for a minute while I do this because, be totally honest, I'm trying to talk to you guys and I'm trying to get this done. So you have to excuse the cheating, but in this instance, I don't care. There we go. And then turn the lights off so the battery doesn't run out. Okay, now that's dealt with. So that's what was wrong with Tiny. Her teeth were digging into her gums. It had caused an infection. Needed cleaning up. It's been cleaned up. I've sprayed my leg. Fuck's sake. And she's now booked in for a dental to remove the teeth that are overcrowding and causing the problems. So she is going to be fine. Then there's Meg. Meg, how do I explain this one? Okay, so you know how people, as in human people, obviously, you have a limit on temperature. If your temperature gets too high, your internal organs literally cook themselves and you pass away. That's how high Meg's temperature was. She was close to that limit. So Monday, she had to be straight up admitted to the vet and stay in for IV antibiotics and IV fluids, loads of blood tests, everything, and they could not work out what was wrong with her other than she seems to have an infection and we don't know what. Both went back Tuesday. Meg had to stay in again. Tiny had improved, so they said, right, bring Tiny back on Monday for another checkup. Meg we're keeping in again. They kept her in for the day, sent her home, and then Wednesday was a different vet. So the different vet read the history because the one who'd been dealing with it was their day off, you see, and had a look at it and went, okay, this is really weird. And me and my wife noticed that she'd been backing away from food because she'd started to eat a little. So we mentioned that, and the vet opens up her mouth, has a look, and goes, that's because her tongue's swollen and she's got a massive ulcer on it. And we went, okay. So because there'd been no evidence of pain or anything before that, they hadn't given her a painkiller. And the painkiller that they give it can have problems with the liver. And with all the blood tests and stuff, they've been a bit concerned about her liver. So they didn't give her this painkiller. It's also an anti-inflammatory because they didn't think she needed it. So once we realized that she's in pain and has, severe inflammation, we said, right, let's risk it regardless of what the liver test said and see what happens. So that's what we did. And she started picking up damn near immediately. She's doing miles better now. But that's why I've not been around. We were very, very close to losing Meg. It was that bad. And essentially, like, Monday to fucking Sunday, I was just constantly doing meds every 12 hours, making sure she was eating, making sure she was drinking, checking her tray output to make sure she was actually doing something for a start. And, it was okay and all of that. So while I could have recorded during that, I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And I'm going to be totally honest, folks. I was brain fried. It might sound stupid, but that was a lot of stress, a hell of a lot of stress. And I was just absolutely fried. I could not think properly or anything. Basically, all I've done is keep an eye on Meg and played RimWorld to relax, and that's it. So that's why there was no content last week. This week, Meg was in the vet on Monday. I left a load of stuff in there. And so was Tiny. Tiny, as I said, clean bill of health. She now has a appointment for August to have the bad teeth removed. Well, potential bad teeth removed. So hopefully that will be done. She doesn't have to go back other than that. She's no longer on meds. They gave us some more painkiller for her, though, and said if it starts playing up again, give us some of that. But she should be fine. Meg is still on antibiotics and pain meds because she still has the ulcer on her tongue, but the inflammation's gone down and it's now looking better. Oh, I'm tired. I need to have a sleep. Okay. So she's got to go back next week for another checkup and make sure that everything's okay, but she's now out of danger. So why, I'm sure people are going, well, why aren't there any videos so far this week? Honestly, like I said, I'm still exhausted. It is 6:15 in the morning right now. And I basically got up at a decent time. I got up at like 10 in the morning, went to the vet, came home, dropped off Meg and all her stuff, went out, did some shopping, came back home, and I was back in bed by 5 p.m. I woke up at like 11 o'clock last night. I'm knackered. So what I'm going to do, what I thought I'd do is I'd do this very quick update video, which is going up instead of Darkest Dungeon. I'll try and do joke mod for tomorrow, but I make no promises. And then I will try and do Friday 7 Days to Die. I'm not going to do Darkest Dungeon, and I'm not going to do Mass Effects. I'll try and catch up on all that at the weekend. But to be totally honest with you all, the next few days is going to be catch up on sleep, because I really need it. And I really need to de-stress my brain. I'm going to be taking a few days to just sort me out. Now I know the cats are out of danger. And I think that is basically everything you need to know. Obviously, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind. Patrons and YouTube members, I'm aware I owe you a shout out. The Saturday before we realised Meg and Tiny were ill, I got it all sorted out. The end cards on this will be updated. I'll try and do the shout out either Wednesday or Friday, depending on if I do joke mod or not. But it is all prepped and ready to go. I'm not going to do it on this episode because this isn't a real episode as such, so that's not fair. I hope you guys understand that. I want you to make sure, I want to make sure you get what you essentially pay for. Let's be real. Oh, and I can give you all a Darkness Falls update. Due to the amount of bugs that are in Alpha 21 that have been reported, we are not releasing Darkness Falls for Alpha 21.0. We'll look at getting a experimental build done, but obviously it will come with the caveat of it's buggy as hell, use it at your own risk. And then aim for a stable release of Darkness Falls in 21.1. Because I have been warned that there is a lot of bug fixes and hopefully it will be soon. So I thought that was a better decision. And I did put it to the patrons, and the patrons agreed. And the testers agreed as well. So we said, yeah, screw it. We'll wait. So there you go. I think that is everything you all need to know. Like I said, if you've got any questions, fire them at me. I'll do my best to answer. And hopefully we'll have a joke mod on Wednesday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. Big thanks to the YouTube members and the patrons whose names are on screen now, as their support has helped keep the channel going and also helped with mod development. Always appreciated. Please do the usual. like, subscribe, comment, bell, and hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.